Alright guys, welcome back with me with another YouTube video. So today I'll talking about most epic fight scenes in One Piece. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy seeing this anime reviews and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button, and if you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future anime videos. Eiichiro Oda's One Piece is currently Shonen Jump's lead series, and it has managed to captivate its fans through the years with detailed world building and consistent character work. Unlike its contemporaries, a lot of the One Piece story doesn't focus on fights, but that doesn't mean that they're not interesting in one way or another, as the series adds its own characteristic eccentricity to an anime trope that many may have thought was one and done. This list will be running down the best fights within the series. Some of them have earned their spot for pure spectacle, others for story importance, and there's that grand few that are here just for their ridiculousness and intrigue. Whitebeard vs Akainu. To save the captain of his second division, Whitebeard has led an all-out assault on Firefist Ace's execution day and is charging through the battlefield himself like the human earthquake that he is. Trying to stop him is one of the more callous Marines within the One Piece world, the strong believer of justice at any cost, Admiral Akainu Sakazuki, who, like other Marines, believes that Ace's execution is a message to the entire pirate world that the world government stands above all else. What ensues is a fast-paced, incredibly dynamic fight that sees Akainu put Whitebeard through one of the grittier moments in the manga. Let's just say that the anime burns just half of Whitebeard's mustache, and Whitebeard shatters and buries the red dog of the Marines. Ace vs Blackbeard. Acting as the catalyst for the war above and several other moments in the One Piece story, the fight between Portgas D. Ace and Blackbeard Marshall D. Teach is both a pivotal moment and a well-choreographed fight. Ace has been hunting down Blackbeard throughout the series up until this point, wanting to punish him for murdering Whitebeard's 3rd Division captain, Thatch, and betraying the Whitebeard pirates. Blackbeard reveals that he did it to take the darkness fruit away from Thatch, launching his own long-running plot for pirate supremacy. From here, the two begin a fight that tears up an entire town. Zoro vs Daz Bones. Taking on the bounty hunting organization that is Baroque Works, Zoro goes one-on-one with the organization's one assailant and hallmark bounty hunter, Daz Bones. While Zoro has been building up sword fighting skills up until this point, he hasn't quite fought off someone as versatile as Daz, who has eaten the dice fruit, allowing him to turn any part of his body into a blade, which subsequently makes his entire body into steel, a real stepping stone for Zoro's cutting ability. What follows is an over-the-top fight that sees the two chop up buildings like vegetables and each other like buildings. Luffy vs Crocodile. Perhaps even greater than Zoro's fight during the arc was Luffy's conclusive battle against the 80 million bounty man of Baroque Works, Sir Crocodile. Crocodile has been plotting to usurp the Alabasta regime and has launched an entire conspiracy to create civil war. Monkey D. Luffy tries to stop him in protection of his newfound ally, Princess Nefertari Vivi, and the good of the entire kingdom. It's Luffy's biggest battle yet, as he faces off against one of the 7 warlords of the sea and a greater master of their own devil fruit. This fight sees Luffy's first loss, an evolution of devil fruits, and Crocodile getting straight up punched through a city and into the sky. Luffy vs Enel. There is some ambiguity in this fight given that Luffy primarily won due to plot convenience. However, it deserves plenty of merit for the inherent drama and action of the fight itself. Enel is one of the most overpowered characters in the series as a whole. He can move at light speed, control lightning, reshape metal, restart his own heart, and even use observation haki. Enel was a new world level force that Luffy was seeing in his early game. While he could certainly touch Enel, Luffy had to be extra creative here just to be able to keep up with the godlike force. Luffy vs Usopp. There are few fights in One Piece, let alone in the entirety of anime, that feel as close and personal as the infighting between Luffy and Usopp. Luffy made the executive decision to do away with the beloved Going Merry and find a newer ship, much to the disgruntlement of Usopp. Not only was the Going Merry a present from his hometown and first love Kaya, but the seemingly blasé decision to throw out the ship seems like a calling card for Usopp himself to later be replaced. What ensues is the heart-shattering breakup of a family, as Luffy and Usopp come to deathly blows to the horror of the rest of the Straw Hats. It's a hard one to watch and to miss. Zoro vs Kaku. Bringing things back to the lighter side of the fight scene spectrum, One Piece reaches a fight that not only elevates its chief swordsman but encapsulates the unique balance of spectacle and humor that only One Piece can achieve. During the Enies Lobby arc, the Straw Hats are hunting down different members of CP9 to get a hand of any of the One Keys that can free a chained Nico Robin. Zoro's responsibility is to take on Kaku, a secret assassin, master of the Rokushiki martial arts and four-sword style, and a giraffe man. Surprisingly enough, that last bit turns out to be the most dangerous, as they come to a fight that is equal parts epic as it is hilarious. Please, do not underestimate the power of a giraffe. Luffy vs Doflamingo. Few One Piece villains have had as much build-up or developed as much intimate terror as Don Quixote Doflamingo. Literally born powerful and evil, the future troll of all the blues entered the One Piece world on a rampage. Doflamingo has sold drugs, profited off of war, enslaved people as toys, and has even killed members of his own family. When Luffy finally stepped up to bat, it was a grand crescendo of catharsis for those just wanting someone to wipe off Doflamingo's self-centered smirk. This was another warlord battle for Luffy, as he faced someone that was both a natural Haki user and an awakened devil fruit user. Having to pull out all the stops, this fight is most iconic for the debut of Gear 4th and the King Kong gun. Luffy vs Rob Lucci. Usurping Zoro's fights one again, Monkey D. Luffy takes the major highlight of the arc, as he fights the leader of CP9 and prodigy weapon, Rob Lucci. What really makes this fight so special despite what it stands for in the arc as a whole is that it is the first of Luffy's fights to be purely decided by physical action. This fight sees Luffy dish out new powers and techniques and come to a pure fist fight match that many may not have been expecting but assuredly wanted more of in the future, as it perfectly and intimately captured the drama and conflict of a person's vie for freedom as it comes to beings of absolute justice. Luffy tries to rescue Sanji from Whole Cake Island. He comes face to face with someone that he deems his greatest test for advancing as a pirate, Charlotte Katakuri, someone whose devil fruit not only mirrors Luffy's but also carries a heightened form of observation haki that lets him see into the future. This fight sees an incredible rise for Luffy as he battles a seemingly indomitable force overmatch him blow for blow, as well as a battle of philosophy, as both fights for their respective families. It's an amazing fight in the manga and a major upset for the animation that is definitely worth any fan going out of their way to see.